Hi, it's Lee Pulliam, and this is going to be a saxophone orientation lesson. It's going to kind of explain the principles that you need to adhere to while you're playing saxophone. And there are some basics, but you never get away from these, and so you need to remember these every time you play because they're key to producing a good sound and getting a good execution of playing the saxophone. Number one, you need to sit up straight at all times, and you need to you arch your back, so you're going to be straight sitting up if you're sitting or standing. And so if you're sitting, you need to sit up straight. Everything that you do while playing saxophone is based upon the fact that you are supporting. You need to be firm. These muscles need to be firm with your abs need to be firm right here like this. You should be able to punch that with your hand and have something firm in resistance. You push out like this. You push out like you're pushing out against your belt like that. And what you're doing is inside you're maintaining a steady column of air from this level all the way through your throat and into the horn, all the way through the horn and out the horn into the room. So you need to think that you're playing through this, not just blowing into the mouthpiece, but you get a huge column of air there going when you take a giant breath. And so every time before you play, you need to completely fill up with air. Just like that. You need to fill completely up so there's no more room for any air, so you fill completely and you push all that out. Now that's even if you're playing softly. So take a huge breath. You can see there's a variety of sound that you can get out of that because of the volume that you push. You apply more pressure, get more volume, but there's always this firmness going on down here no matter what. Even if you're playing very soft. So that's always firm. That is key. All right. Now, when you're playing, you also need to keep your throat open. This is called like a half yawn. So you're going to be like this. You're going to have to force your throat open here, like this. You have to have it open here at all times. And so you really don't want to have anything constricting the air from here all the way through. You don't want to be playing too tight on your mouthpiece either. And so you don't want to obstruct it by closing off your throat. And so, what's an open throat? Well, just like you're yawning, like that. You want to keep that open while you're playing. And you want to make sure that your lips and all of your embouchure here is going to be pulled away so you're not kinking that up on the mouthpiece either. If you play with a closed throat, that second thing I was doing right there was with an open throat. So that's what you want. You want to have that open sound, and that comes from an open throat. Now, your embouchure should be a combination of things. Your lip here on the bottom lip needs to be soft, and it needs to be bunched up like this and pushed over your teeth like that. It needs to be a soft cushion, so you can have the reed will sit right on that soft cushion right there, like that. Okay, it's a soft cushion. Now your lip, your chin down here needs to be pulled over that bone, so it's tight over the bone, but your lip needs to remain soft. So you don't want to bunch it. You don't want to do this. To be down like this when you're playing. This needs to be down there like that, but your lip is soft at all times. It's always soft like that. Okay, now your tongue, when you tongue, you need to be right like this. Here's your tongue. Your tongue needs to be going like this against the reed. You do not touch the tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed like this. And you don't do this or anything like that at all. You don't touch the reed down here like that either. You bump it like this with your tongue. Your tongue goes around, so it bumps. It's a little hard to see that right there, but your tongue is actually turned this way and it bumps this way. Now, when your lip is turned over properly, the tip of your tongue will actually hit the back of your lip a little bit, right under it. So you do that, and for jazz players, you can kind of hit your lip and just barely touch that reed. It makes for a real legato tongue. You can do that. But generally speaking, you just need to know that that's how you tongue in general. Classical music is going to be more of a T sound. Jazz is more of a D sound where you kind of get under your bottom lip. Anyway, kind of makes sense? Okay, now your teeth go on top. Your teeth sit on top of the mouthpiece. Now, I've got a little mouthpiece pad up here. It's a real thin kind. I like the thin kind like this, not the big fat kind, but you can do whatever you want. Or you can sit it right on top of the mouthpiece. But your teeth sit there just like that, right firmly on top, and you push up with your thumb on your left hand, up like this against your teeth. So that allows you to free this up. You don't want to hold this. If you're trying to squeeze that thing off like that, then it'll make a bad sound. It'll kink up your sound. And so you want to be able to push with your top teeth, push down with your head with your top teeth, and push up this way. So it frees up your lip, so your lip can be relaxed down here and you can get all that air through. Okay, does that make sense? You're going to put your your teeth go right about there. Okay, that makes sense? All right. Now, as far as finger technique is concerned, your hands need to be gently curved, like this. They need to be curved about like that. They don't need to be like this, and they don't want to be flat either. And you want to avoid like doing this kind of thing where you got your knuckles all clumped up like that. Everything's got to be curved just gently like this so you can get the power into your fingers like that. Now, when you play, you need to get your fingers off the keys and pop them down so they make a definitive click every time you're playing, even if you're playing soft. If you see my fingers are clearing the keys, not a huge amount, but the faster you play, the more exaggerated the movements are, I guess, a little bit. So your fingers need to come up so you can get a little momentum when you sling them down. And you should make a lot of noise when you play. I don't know if you can hear those keys popping, but they should pop back and forth. You should get your fingers off the keys and let those springs pop those keys up as fast as they can. So that needs to be a very, very exaggerated movement. Okay, now, so I think I probably covered the majority of things for basics. You need to, let's review a little bit. Everything comes from the air, and the air needs to be supported by firm abdominal muscles right here that push that bottom of that column of the air all the way up through your body, through your open throat. Your throat needs to be open in here, and it goes right through your mouth and right into the horn and all the way down here and all the way out like this into the room. Big sound. You need to keep your lip soft like a pillow, bunched up here under the reed, and you need to put your teeth on top, push down to the top of the mouthpiece with the top of your head, and push up with your thumb right here so it anchors that thing firmly in there so you can relax that lip and keep your chin down, pulled over that bone so it's flat right here. And so you blow air in at that point. Then as far as your fingers are concerned, you need to make sure that you get them off the keys. You clear the keys and let them pop up. Get your hand out of the way a little bit and then pop down like this. One other thing about finger movements is when you're playing with your fingers, you actually are closing your hand and pushing your fingers down at the same time. When you come up, you're going to be pulling your fingers out like this and lifting them up. So you're doing both. So when you pop your fingers down on those keys, you're going boop, boop, like this. You're closing your hand and you're moving the finger. You don't want to move your fingers just like this, like you're stiff, and you don't just want to do this either. You want to do a combination of the two. So it makes it really fast. Now, I hope that makes sense. I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about. We can talk about reeds and mouthpieces and horns and stuff like that later, but we're just about at our 10-minute limit. So hopefully you'll have a good time playing. Until next time, this is Lee Pulliam. We'll see you later.